What's this
Live.
$8 chicken?
Okay. What's that?
What's the $8 chicken on Wednesdays?
What? Oh, that's the chicken fajita night.
Oh, you put a reminder on your
I did. How do you think I remember these things? Let me get my personal budget off this one. Yeah. All right. So, okay. Yeah, that'll work. And it's actually showing on here. Good. Excellent. As long as it's not recording me. Because I'm just not feeling it today. All right. So, welcome everybody. This is the last organization meeting before launch. Panic time.
It's like jumping out of an airplane.
I know, really. It really is. It really is. Yeah, this is going to be fun. All right. So we will be getting to that shortly because I've got a lot to cover in that department. The big things that I want to do first, though, is we're not talking about next week. We're going to start by talking about October and November because this is more than just once a month, or this is once a month right now, but this is more than just next weekend. For the last few months, we've been gearing up toward next weekend. At this point, I'm pretty confident that next weekend is going to happen, but I want to be sure that we're confident that October is going to happen and November is going to happen. First off, I want to say a big thank you to Karen for taking over the job of booking for me, because within 1 week she has been able to do what I haven't been able to do in months, and that's book not 1 but 3, possibly 5 speakers.
Wow. I only got 3 of those. You got 2.
Still.
Bravo.
Yeah.
And 2 of them are still pending. So
2 of them are still pending. But still, we are booked for speakers through November.
Oh, great.
All right, we are good. This weekend, I'll talk about our speaker for this weekend shortly. I've kind of mentioned it online. I just solidly booked October last night, so that I can tell you that Randy Amoni is going to be our speaker for next month. He recently spoke, I don't know if you heard Jessica talking about Ignite Charlotte. He was speaking there. He was one of the speakers there, and he's actually going to do a modification of his speech there because Ignite Charlotte is a 5-minute speech, and it is like hard limit 5-minute speech. Like they take his presentation and auto advance it every 15 seconds. So that's what Ignite Charlotte's all about. You get 5 minutes to speak your piece, and then you're off the stage. Yeah, it sounds it. So it's like TED and fast forward. So he's going to be doing his speech, Why I Game and So Should You, about modern gaming and game theory, difference between zero-sum games and positive-sum games, and or non-zero-sum games. So it's basically the idea of he uses. One of his examples is he uses the board game Settlers of Catan as an example of how to make the world a better place, and it's kind of interesting. It sounds like it's going to right. Yeah, no, seriously. If you're not familiar with the game, it's a
resource gathering, and then you get to trade with them.
And honestly, I want to know how he thinks that's going to make the world a better place, because when I play Settlers, I want to kill somebody.
That's because you can't tweak the rules. You're one of those guys.
Yeah, but people who are social engineers, they can really do well in that game. But at any rate, so he's going to be talking to us about that. So in that light, I want to make the theme for next month about fun and games. So start thinking about that.
Can I costume for Halloween?
We can. I mean, it's all.
Halloween costumes.
Yeah, that's totally a possibility if you'd like. I can always wear my monk's robe.
Your what? Yeah, your default.
Well, my default costume is a monk's robe.
The medieval.
Yeah, so I bought it for Renaissance Festival, not really for Halloween, but it's one I always have. So there's that. So yeah, if you wanna do costumes, we can do costumes. No, we'll leave it up to everybody if you want to join in. Karen and I have been known to do a decent costume, couple's costume before. We did last year. We went black and white. With the way our makeup and everything was, we looked like we were in grayscale.
Ah.
Yeah, she had a gray pattern dress, and I was in the black suit. And the thing about it was the makeup itself made us look blue.
Yeah.
But in the right light, it clicked and it looked perfect. Like in photographs, I mean, it almost looked like we were out of place in the photo. It was really cool. Hello. Hello. What's that? Oh yeah.
Hi. My daughter Amanda.
Hello.
It's everybody.
Hello.
Tina, Steve, Richard, Karen,
And Ted.
And I'm the new guy, Ted.
and you guys, Ted.
New guy Ted.
She's just gonna sit and do a little laptop.
Oh sure. Yeah. We got you can use the table, and there's a power outlet right there if you need to plug in.
Awesome. Oh yeah, they got you on minutes today, right here.
I think so.
Oh no, actually I've just gone ahead and taken really good notes,
Okay.
and I actually have the recording working today. So.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So we were just starting. We're starting off by not talking about this next weekend.
Okay.
We're starting out talking about October and November.
Okay.
And I was giving a big shout out to Karen because she has booked us speakers.
Awesome.
So we were just talking about October's speaker, who I solidly booked last night, Randy Amoni, who's going to be talking about why I game, and so should you. And so the theme for next month is going to be fun and games.
Okay. All right.
So anything you can think of music-wise that will fit that theme, there's plenty.
Yeah, tons.
Yeah. So
Songs by Fun by the Beach Boys.
hey, that would be good.
Yeah, that's super easy to sing to. And
Oh, sure.
fun for everybody. We don't need to harmonize or anything.
Exactly. Yeah, nothing crazy there.
Mhm.
All right. And then for November, we have Chef Clark Barlow, who's the chef proprietor of Heirloom Restaurant, which we actually ate at the other night. And last night, even though our wallets are now groaning from the pain, the food was amazing. The Heirloom Restaurant does they do all local food. So
Farm to table.
it's farm to table. It's a farm to table
He
restaurant.
changes the
And,
menu daily.
yeah.
What he can get.
Yeah, the menu. He
She needs
never
to-
has the same menu twice.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Thanks. Give me a run and get it free. Yeah.
Tuna Net, I am a guest. Or
I am a guest.
You need Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
I am a guest.
it's the
Letter I, letter M,
Yeah.
letter A.
And
Guest.
a guest. And then it's what is it?
Tuna Net.
Tuna Net. Yeah.
Okay. We have two pending future speakers. One of which I've already mentioned, Jessica Sale with Community Link. She's actually going to be at our launch event, just basically seeing, who we are, what we're about, and that sort of thing. And we also we're working on Derek James, who's co-host of WCCB News Rising and host of the Snark Report on WCCB.
Oh, that's interesting.
What?
I found him in a parenting blog.
Yeah. So yeah, that's him. And we need to talk about when we want to do the next planning meeting, because now that we are actually launching and we're getting this thing going, do we want to have one planning meeting between events, or do we want to schedule two planning meetings between events? Because we could do like the weekend before and the weekend after the event, and then that would be like we'd be meeting, event, meeting again, and then do the same thing next month, and which would probably leave 1, maybe 2 weeks that we're not meeting on weekends. Or do we just need once a month, like the week before the meeting? And then we
It's like
handle
this
everything else
this
online.
This first meeting is going to tell us, I think,
Right.
it's going to lay out
Yeah.
the map for what we're going to have to do in the future.
And things are going to get easier.
Things will get easier
Things
as
will become routine.
Right. Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, we don't have a routine.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So after the first event, then we should decide, okay, how many times are we going to meet?
Do we need to meet 3 times? Can we
might-
just do
might
one
need to meet-
time?
Yeah.
We do it 2 weeks
Yeah.
before.
We might need 2 after this first one,
One,
because one
yeah.
for the deconstruction.
Right.
And what went right, what went wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
The kind of the post-mortem meeting,
Yeah.
and then going into the next one.
Right, and then after that, we may only have to meet like once a month.
Yeah.
Maybe we can maybe do is meet
Yeah.
for a meal or something.
Actually,
Yeah, we could do that too.
Great idea too.
postpartum.
Oh yeah, sorry. I guess post-mortem's a little bit postpartum meeting. That's awesome.
No need for a meeting after the postmortem.
That's true. Okay, so yes, postpartum. I think we're all in agreement. All right. So in that case, we're kind of leaning toward both the 5th and the 12th meeting, because this month is also a unique situation where we're launching. We have 2 weeks off, and then we have the next event, because we're kind of shifting back a week. After next month, we're in a month rotation, so we'll have a little bit more play. That was the main reason why I wanted to ask. Because after this time, there's very little time between here and the next one.
Mhm.
So, or at least there's one less week that we have to play with. So if you guys are good with meeting both the 5th and the 12th, we can do that. Or if you want, we can skip the 5th and go with the 12th, or maybe do an eat out meeting or something. Heck, we could just grab lunch after after the meeting on the day.
I don't know if that may be too soon.
That may be too soon to really
Yeah,
get
let's
the
everybody
feedback.
Kind of simmer.
Yeah,
And plus, we've got equipment we got to get put up and
exactly.
stuff.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So, what do you think?
You want to make a decision after the
Yeah.
assembly next Sunday?
Okay.
But those are our options, the 5th and the 12th.
Yeah, or both.
I say let's definitely say we do the 5th. We may not need the 12th.
I'd say definitely the 5th.
I was leaning more toward the 12th, because I was thinking, if we have our planning meeting closer to the date of the actual event, or do you think we should have it further away from the event and give us more time to plan?
That's what I
Yes.
That's it.
Okay.
The 5th.
And that,
Because that way you can recover in case there's a problem.
yeah.
And everything's fresh in your mind,
hmm
the week after, of what went wrong, what went right.
Okay.
And maybe
Yeah.
touching base at like some sort of eat out lunch or dinner on the 12th, just to touch base. And are we all ready for next week? All right, good. Let's do it again.
Yeah. I was also thinking, rehearsal, like a rehearsal meeting too, the week before, if we wanted to do that. It really doesn't matter. The only thing I think we actually need to rehearse is music. Most of this is going to be, flying by the seat of our pants, really, but and hopefully it all turns out okay.
Yeah, I don't think people are showing up expecting like Joel Osteen level
No.
of production value. You know what
At
I
least
mean?
not for
Like,
our launch.
right.
Yeah.
It's like we're going to find the people that want to be there and appreciate what we're doing, and then we can build upon that and make it better, make it shine, make it more popular.
Yep.
And if they don't like it, they can join us and make it better.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah, we've actually had more people asking to join the organizers group, but I'm actually holding off approving any new members until they tell me whether or not they're planning to be active, because I'm still planning on doing the big purge after our launch. If nobody has replied, anybody who does not reply to that post I put out there with the survey, yeah, that. Anybody who doesn't reply to that is going to be gone after the 28th. So if they want to stay, they can choose to stay, but after that, boom, off. Because I want to drive traffic more toward the Facebook page and less to our organizers group.
I didn't know you could do a survey like that.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, yeah.
Poll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a separate option. Actually, I can show you. Hold on.
I used to generate buzz on my business site for like whatever the theme was that month. Like, what song do you like the best? I did like
Okay.
best '80s hair metal groups,
Mhm.
and people are like, oh, there's no way, this is way better. And it's kind of a nice way to get people involved.
Yeah.
Okay.
People love polls and infographics.
What the hell? Oh, that's right. I'm on full screen over here. Where is it hanging out?
No, there's lyrics.
Everybody
Yeah, well, we're gonna
needs somebody, someone.
no different.
Yeah, totally different song.
Yeah, completely different song.
I do like the Dino though. I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have to
that's-
use
that's
that.
rocking.
I'll use it.
Yeah.
I'll use it in between speakers.
All right, so yeah, you can ask question. Yeah,
Ask a question.
Yeah.
Good, thank you.
and whenever you do that, you get the option to add responses, and you can leave it open for people to add their own responses if they want, that sort of thing. It's pretty cool. It's actually pretty suave. Okay, so launch day essentials. Panic mode. I had to put that in there.
All right.
Yeah, no, not really. I think I'm feeling very confident. I think we're about as ready as we can be. You know, it's either going to work or it's not. But I think it's going to work.
It's going to settle somewhere in that groove. I
Yeah.
don't think it's going to be a total disaster, but at the same time, I don't think I'm going to have 500 people waiting to get inside the place.
Yeah.
It's going to be exactly what we're planning and putting into it, and it's going to show that we put some hard work.
Right.
People are going to like it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've got some notes of things. Carlos and I went out to the venue and we kind of planned everything out. I've ordered theater tape. I ordered 180 feet of gaffer's tape, 2-inch wide, which should be plenty big enough for our cables. I also want to use it to mark off the no media zone.
Right.
Yeah, that way any chairs behind this line will not be recorded.
You're also going to need an extension cord to project.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll have that. Oh, by the way, we have a projector.
That's awesome, because I was actually going to look at one this afternoon for like $100.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, that would actually be preferable because he's borrowing.
You're borrowing?
Borrowing.
Let me see the state of it, how everything looks. I got to plan a meeting at 7 o'clock today, and hopefully
Wonderful.
it'll work
Be
out.
much better if you thought.
Rocking. Yeah.
So that means we need to figure out we need time to mess around to hook everything up to the projector.
We have plenty of
laptop.
time on the day because
And we have a
we
stream.
have it from 8 o'clock on.
Perfect.
We have it from 8 o'clock on. So what I was going to do is try to get there early. I'm going to be there at 8 o'clock to start setting up chairs. And, if you're there, I can help you start setting up equipment.
Yeah.
We'll knock that out. And I'd also like to do a little bit of rehearsal on the day, especially everybody needs somebody. Because that one,
You seem
honestly,
nervous about that? It's funny.
well, the thing about it is, first off, I'm not a huge karaoke person, so running a song without lyrics is it's challenging to me. And then on top of that, the intro is spoken, not sung. So getting the rhythm down, getting the cadence down, and getting my timing down that I start singing at the right time so that it syncs up with the rest of the song is stressful. What I was going to...
Well, it is the Blues Brothers, and we could always just split up in 2 parts, and I could do the Dan Aykroyd part, and you do the singing part, or vice versa. The whole point is to get everybody to sing together anyway.
Yeah.
You can have a beer before.
What's that?
You can have a beer beforehand.
Oh,
really?
yeah. I'm going to have copious amounts of caffeine and probably a beer beforehand.
Keg party.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm going to be jittery
And listen to it better.
right, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, and we'll go into that shortly because I actually want to do a little bit of rehearsal today. So we're oh, by the way, did you update the flyers?
No.
Okay. On a total aside, another thing I pinged you at 5:30 this morning when I was when I was awake and not able to sleep. for the CSC next weekend, we're gonna try to get you some flyers if you don't mind. If they have like a media table or something where you could just drop them off, or if you can pass them out. But they're going to be dated for October, and because I doubt anybody there is going to be coming on Sunday, then we'll also swap out the logo with the one that you can't read. Now, you can't read it. I can read it, but I have 2013 vision, so I'm not the best judge. I can read it at arm's length, but you can't read it in front of your face. So you're probably right. We do need to swap that out. But anywho, so yeah, so I want to get a stack of those for you, and I don't. Let's see. All right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained because I'm sleep deprived today. So I want to pretty much go through. Oh yeah, we were talking about the needs for launch day. Tablecloths. Anybody got tablecloths that like preferably solid color?
I bought one of those plastic ones for, the dessert table.
That works.
But I mean that one I'll probably just toss it. But I do want to get a permanent one, the thicker one with the flocking on the back.
Yeah.
Wipe off and use every time.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want me to, I can buy some of those, or
Yeah. Well, that would be cool.
I mean, I don't know what you guys need.
What we were talking about is also for on stage. Probably need something to cover the table just so that it doesn't look like a freestanding folding table.
Right.
That size?
The 4-foot table.
That's probably the table that will be up there. Yeah. Even if we can do the skirting around the edge, that would be fine. Yeah.
Right. That's what we've done in the past.
Or I'll throw a sheet over it. I don't care.
I use sheets.
Yeah. So one way or another, we've got that covered.
It's really going to be behind. Now that we have the projection screen going to be up there, it's actually going to be blocking a lot of that stage area anyway. So I mean,
yeah,
I'm more like wherever the projector's going, something small like a blanket would work. I have pink one, I have red ones, and I think I have a white one.
What was the date on October?
19th. Also, HDMI cable. Do you have a long HDMI cable?
I got 12.
Got a 12-foot? We could definitely use that. Because we're going to need to run it to the...
Does the projector have an HDMI in?
That's a good question, does it?
Not mine. Not the new one.
Not the new one?
No, not the old one I'm looking at for $100 does not have an HDMI in.
Oh, it does not.
You mean
Hence the
adapter?
$100 price. Well, actually, I mean, if we could probably be better off getting an adapter to get into the laptop.
Well, I could get a VGA adapter.
Or the VGA is what I was going to suggest next.
Yeah, I can do. Yeah, we have a VGA adapter.
I've never been able to find a VGA longer than 6 feet, though. That's the only issue.
Oh.
So that's it. So
yeah.
But you should find out from your projector source whether it has an HDMI input. Output.
I'll check.
Well, and it would be input.
It would be input, right? So it's
I'll pick it
outputting
up
from
soon
the
and let you know.
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, because we can get away with a longer HDMI than we can a VGA. So,
then that's the thing. You put somebody with a chair right next to the laptop and the projector, and that's their spot, and that's their job just to hit it. Or you.
Well, see, that was the thing. I was
with a
hoping
remote.
you would be the person with that.
Who's going to do the music then?
Well, you would.
All at the same time.
There's some limitations.
Well,
Right.
that's true.
Also need somebody to videotape, and so if I'm going to.
Oh, no, the videotaping. Andrew's going to be there to run the camera in the back. I talked to him this morning.
Perfect.
He unfortunately is withdrawing from the organizers group as a full-time member because work is killing him. So.
Doesn't he also have plans to leave
What?
a new job somewhere?
Oh no, I don't think.
I don't think that
was serious.
I don't think that
That's not gonna
panned
work
out.
for him.
No.
Well, part of the problem is that him and his child's mother are divorced, so I don't think that would work.
Yeah, leaving the
Calypso here would not
the
work.
continental United States with the child would be problematic. Yeah, so he will be there, so that we've got that. So he's definitely going to be running the camera in the back. As of right now, we don't have somebody doing the free-floating camera. Right. Unless, no, you're busy.
Well, no, I'm just not talented. Well,
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
you're gonna probably be setting up the table though for refreshments. at
yeah,
some
I'll be
point.
doing that
Yeah.
in the morning. I'll come in early to do that.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll leave just a little early before service is
Right.
over and just
Like during the last song.
yeah, and just really. But I've got it all planned out.
That's awesome.
I bet if you mentioned something about needing someone to operate a camera, someone would volunteer.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Actually, we did get a guy who pinged us this morning asking to volunteer. So we're going to be grabbing volunteers
We
for
also
several things.
have an option as far as I mean, I've done this with some weddings before. Is to if everybody has a video camera in their pocket, you know, as long as you have a new cell phone. If anybody wants to take videotape of or any video of this assembly, reach us on our Facebook afterwards and send us the clips, and then we just intersperse them.
Yeah.
It seems a little bit more organic that way.
Sure.
And
I mean, we could do that. Yeah.
it's cost.
Yeah.
So, as long as we have that back copy and the
Right.
good sound, which I have been getting the adapter for my board, I have the capabilities of doing it. I just haven't done a test run yet, so I'll be doing that tomorrow. I'll get the piece tonight, and then tomorrow I'll try to record something through my microphone onto my recorder through my board. And as
Okay.
long as it's, I mean, I'm assuming it's all good.
And
Yeah.
somebody to work with computers. Is that what you're
Basically, I'm going to need somebody other than the host.
Okay.
But however, don't worry about it. We've got this covered.
I can do it.
Yeah, because the thing about it is we can do it from our cell phones.
That's what I
Because
was
I'm going to show you guys here in a
It's
moment.
underneath the projector.
The only problem
Yeah.
is then I need some way to connect this projector to my board, which I would need a really long headphone cable
What
Which
do you
would
need
run-
that for?
to your sound, because everything's running off the PowerPoint, right?
No, I didn't. I had not intended to do that. I mean, we can, but it's not necessary.
Well, how are we going to hear the music through the karaoke? Isn't the karaoke running through your laptop?
Oh. Oh, I mean, it doesn't have to.
When I suggested the DVD option, you said no, we'll just do it on a laptop. That's why I was going
Right.
based on
Well,
that.
let me show you. Okay, because I've been working on this. All right, so scooch this back. This is again something I worked on at 5:30 this morning. A little more spit and polish will be had. But one thing that I've been playing around with Keynote this morning, and the Keynote presentation app for iPhone and iPad is pretty freaking outstanding. So what we're going to do is we'll have this hooked up to the projector,
Okay.
and we can leave this anywhere. It's not really that big a deal. I can set up a Wi-Fi network with the laptop, which then I can then connect to both the iPad and the iPhone, and then I can connect to Keynote remotely with these. And it is. Work here. Hold on a second. All right, this was working earlier, damn it. And this is why we're going in at 8 o'clock to make sure everything is working.
I'm hearing you, and
Okay.
you're going to show me now. We're going to hear the sound coming from the TV.
No, there's no sound on the presentation.
Gotcha.
See, the idea here is that we're going to use, there we go. Okay, so I can remote in. See, what I was originally hoping was just to leave this on your table so that you could control it if all else fails. But I can advance and pull back the slides from my phone or from the iPad.
Okay.
All right. So the idea here is that if we can now, did you say you had access to a lectern?
Like
Or a music stand? Okay.
no.
Of some sort. If we can get something like a music stand to put this on, we don't have to have a full,
You have one there?
thing.
All right, Amanda has one. I can get it.
Okay, sweet.
Thank you.
All right, thank
She
you.
plays the sax.
Nice. All right, so if we can have this set up next to the microphone, we could just have it sitting there on, ready to go.
Is the music stand going to be high enough?
It goes up like.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's plenty
Okay,
high enough.
fine, yeah.
It's plenty high enough for putting this on while standing.
Okay.
Okay, so the idea here is that, we'll have this up about quarter till we give the disclaimer. I was thinking, while you're finishing setting up, you can announce that maybe about a quarter till.
Yeah.
About 5 minutes till we switch back to this, and then we're ready to go. When we go into it, I'm thinking just putting the lyrics in the presentation, and then you can run the sound from wherever you are.
But now we need to sync up the sounds with the video presentation.
Right, which means we need to have somebody manning the presentation
Is there
while
an
we're
easier way to
singing.
do this?
Yes,
Okay.
running a really long headphone cable from the laptop or wherever the presentation is right into my board with both sound and music.
So you want all of the music and everything on the laptop. How do those karaoke machines do it that you see?
Karaoke, you can use a DVD. I use my hard drive. Basically, I use the machine. I enter the number, and it comes up together as a CDG file, just CD plus graphics. So you'll be hearing the music plus the words at the same time. It's a step below like a DVD. But I use DVD just because it's easier that way. I figured you can put video in a PowerPoint presentation. Yeah.
You can.
Mhm.
Right.
And I was planning on doing that with Tom's. I guess we will need to have the sound hooked up then.
But I mean, as far as distance from you, that ain't going to be a problem, I don't think.
No, as long as the sound is coming out of Mr. MacBook, it's got to go into my board through the input. As long as there's a connection, I have like a 3-foot cable.
Yes, it'll be.
Yeah, it's not gonna be the end of the world.
You
I
usually
have an
It's just-
extension. I think I have a
I
couple
need an
6-foot
1/8
extensions.
inch to RCA. That's basically it.
Oh,
so-
well, you'll probably need to get an adapter for that.
Right.
Radio
But
Right.
yeah.
Which I have a ton at home, so there's no
Okay.
issue there.
All right, but I've got 1/8 to 1/8 extension cables. I think
Okay.
I've got a couple of 6-footers. I'll have to
I don't know if they're
raid
any
the
good,
box in the garage.
Right, and that's another thing we just have to run through to make sure that they
Yeah.
are good. There's no pops or
Right.
disconnections.
Well,
The
and
more
that
adapters
was
you get.
that was part of the reason why. I mean, that goes back to having this with you wherever you are.
Mhm.
I mean, it really just depends on where we're going to place the projector, because we can, depending on the projector, we can throw it an angle as
Do you
we
want to
change the focus on the
do it
projector.
from behind? Can we project from behind onto the screen? No.
No.
Okay, so then that's
Forward on.
Yeah.
We'll find if we had some muslin or something we can project to from behind. But then again, also same thing I had mentioned with that big open window in the background, turning all the lights off of the projector to really pop is going to be another thing too. Being that we're going to be there in the morning.
Lights tend to be either on or off.
That's
Yeah, and
it.
that's
There's no dimmer
we
switch
don't
in
have
the
a
place.
dimmer.
It's-
Yeah, because it's all fluorescence in
An
there.
alternative to that is to have lanterns. I mean, floor lamps. But that's another thing to get, because I'm sure they don't have.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think we need that though.
What kind of creepy actually, like uplight.
I know, seriously, that'd be kind of
it's like a
weird.
cathedral or some such.
Well, I mean, I guess my question is this: is it? Is it absolutely necessary that we run the audio? Well, I guess we have to run the audio through the laptop.
Like for instance, when you show the video of Tom,
Right.
how
You're right. You're right. That's going to be necessary.
I wish I could tell you it was going to be easy, Richard. It's actually not that hard. It's one step. It's a cable that we have. We'll plug it
Okay,
in.
so what are we doing? Are we going to be using the presentation for the lyrics and just run the
I'd run the whole show off the laptop. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if you want to, that's what I was thinking. If we could project from behind, we keep the laptop and the DJ equipment behind the projecting screen, and I'm like the Wizard of Oz back there pushing all the buttons, and everything's going to show up on the screen. It's going to be beautiful. But since we don't have that option, putting the projector in the middle of the room, a few rows back, till we get it where it's nice, take it off, put Karen's reserved seat right next to it. She can hit play forward whenever she has to advance.
Mhm.
I was there thoroughly believing that, okay, so we have all our karaoke and we have Tom's video and everything's on the laptop, is that I'll be back there DJing the incidental music in between, and then everything else is going to be all via laptop. I could take Karen's spot, put that incidental music into the PowerPoint, and we just do it all in one spot, one location.
Well, what computer do you have? Do you use a PC at
I
home?
don't use a computer, I use a mixer board.
Oh, I know, but I mean, if you were to do
Oh,
a
when I do,
presentation,
yes, it is a PC.
It is.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is actually when I sent that thing to Google Drive, because I went and put together, I noticed on your notes that you only have 2 songs in the beginning. I actually put the 3 songs, the Beatles song in the middle, and it's about 10 minutes. Yeah, I guess that's kind of...
Well, we still need a
I-
song for the middle of the
Right.
show.
Oh, yeah. No, with plenty of music. I can use Imagine That. Use Lean On Me. It's my life for the end.
Okay. The thing that, well, my concern is running over at
Right.
this point because Tom's thing is about 3-4 minutes longer than what we have slated for that section.
Okay.
So I mean, I was thinking 2 songs at the beginning, 1 in the middle, 1 at the end.
Okay.
And then we just run with that.
All right.
If that's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. I was going by the old format, so I thought it
Yeah.
was-
Well, I mean, they
3.
say 2 to 3. You know, but
Not a problem. Anyway, the whole point I was trying to make is that I posted it to Google Drive in a Windows Media Viewer form, so you're probably not going to be able to open it, but it is rendering at home.
Oh, I
It's
can
an
view
MP4 right now.
yeah, I can do it. Okay. So, so you're just doing like this is a video file you're doing?
Mhm.
Okay.
One whole video file. As opposed to playing 3 different songs, it's all blended in together anyway. Just hit play.
Oh.
just
And
import that into your.
Well, then that does make things a lot
I think we need to talk more too.
Yes,
Yeah.
we really do.
I was going to say, why don't we shelve some of this technical stuff for now and go ahead and get, because this doesn't affect everybody. So.
Okay, right.
You guys
yeah.
can always
You
make
guys can have a separate tech.
exactly.
Yeah, and it probably should have happened a week ago or 2.
It's all good.
Okay. So, any rate, that's the tech of how we're running the presentation. Is because this has everything, and does. And one other thing that I really like about it is that, and I'm also going to be splicing the presenter's presentation into this. They'll probably send me a PowerPoint, and I can convert it to Keynote. It's no big deal. Keynote can actually open PowerPoint, so it's a very easy thing to do. But I can have the notes right there next to the slide, which is
Right.
kind of hot too. It's awesome. So yeah, that's that. All right.
Get your iPhone 6 yet?
What's that?
Get your iPhone 6 yet?
Oh, hers is on way. It's her year to upgrade, so I don't get to upgrade till next year, unless I can sell stuff, which I can't. Yeah, I can actually sell this phone for more than enough. To buy a new one. Yeah, so I. All right.
That thing that you did with the little slides going back and forth.
Like that, I think in this here, that's too much text. You should probably have one line, in big type.
Or 2, and then usually the highlighter that goes so people can follow along.
So
The bouncy ball.
let me me go hit the Google Drive. You said you threw the.
Yeah, it should have
been
rendered already.
Let's see. It's not there yet. Yeah, it may just be taking a while to sync. Yeah, it's still downloading.
Backlight, week one.
Okay.
That sucks. They posted like an hour ago.
Yeah.
And then again, like I said, at home I'm rendering the MP4, but if you can, convert from
So,
PC to
where did you get, or did you just create the lyrics together? Or
karaoke? No,
Yeah.
YouTube.
Oh, okay. So, are they all consistent looking, or?
I can't say that they're different companies.
Okay.
But I mean, they're consistent in the sense they're a solid color background and words.
In that case, what I'm going to do, what we'll do is I'll throw it into a keynote presentation, and we will render it as an MP4. We'll take the actual music and then just time the slides to go along with it. That really is not as hard as it sounds. No. No, I'm gonna throw it together in a presentation, and then you can render the presentation as a file, which I can then throw into our. All right, so, okay. So we have, for the start, we got 2 songs. Last time, we got 2 songs. Made with a custom introduction by the Blues Brothers, and Good Time by Al City.
We ain't singing no hymns to the Lord up in this piece. We're singing crappy music, shittily played. All right, so we got the 2 intro songs. We've got, after that, we got the Hello, which is just a few minutes. I'm going to basically, it's kind of give the 30-second spiel of what Sunday Assembly is, and then, talk about the global launch. We've got 33 new launch locations all launching on the same day, which a lot of people just don't know about. So I want to draw attention to that. Then we've got the reading. You had a reading. Did you ever throw it up in the file section on the
Mother Teresa one?
Yeah.
Like this?
Uh-huh.
I just put it
Oh, you just posted it? Okay.
I just posted it, but I didn't.
Yeah. I was thinking, just in the interest of it being in theme, sticking to the history of everything, including you, like the first half of it, actually, which will con Jessica into doing it because she's not here today. And I was going to do a second reading, but I just couldn't think of anything else that really fit to the theme. And plus, we need stuff to read next time. So
is Mother Teresa being read this time or not?
Not this time, I don't think. But we will keep that shelved for later because we need to have a back.
It's just life is. It's just life is this. Life is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which will piss off all of the fans of Christopher Hitchens in the audience, because Christopher Hitchens did not like Mother Teresa at all. He even wrote a book slamming her. So it's we can have that discussion
even dumb
later.
people can say wise things every now and then. So.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Okay.
Vice versa.
So
yeah.
That's also equally true. So we've got The speaker is after the reading, which is Richard Jones. He does a Dude's Guide to Babies, which is that's his book, and his website is www.dudesguide.com, which is a dude's guide to everything, which is a parenting blog. So he's going to be talking about the big beginning in his life, which is his child. He should be getting his slides to me by Wednesday, so I can splice those in.
If he even uses any, he said he may not.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, we'll
should make
find
a
out.
slide for him. Anyway.
Exactly.
We will have a slide for him, and
It's
yeah.
So
So
even just his name on it,
yeah,
too.
exactly. So then after the talk, we have the song in the middle, which was "All You Need Is Love" by the Beatles. Then we have Tom's video. You guys have not seen this, so I wanted to go ahead and play it for you. Yes,
Okay.
outstanding.
Appreciate it, Tom.
Let me get my link here. Should have had that ready.
Yeah, I think
You weren't very organized.
Yeah, I know. Usually I'm better than this.
we'll
Nope.
see
So
Tom's
keep on
video.
going. Keep on going. There it is. There we go.
Carlos, you need to let me know if you get that picture.
I will find out by today, and I can text you tonight. Again.
By the way, I have a reversed up logo. I told him to send it to you if you wanted it.
I did. I got it for the thing I did. The 3 songs.
And if you need any other, can you use EPS files?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I can just send you that and you can color it however you want. We're just targeted.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just so you know where he is.
My name is Thomas Brogan, and I was asked to tell you a little bit about myself and my
You want to be the big remote over there?
Past
The
February
one
of
sticking
this year,
Turn this
after
up.
looking arduously for a job, I finally landed a really sweet dream job for me. I was working as a network security analyst for the U.S. Army Reserves, and was going through all the paperwork and the fingerprinting to do for such a job. And was not at that job for not even 2 weeks, and I fell sick. Got out of bed, went to get something to drink, and I never made it to the kitchen. I passed out. I vaguely remember the friends who found me taking me to the ER room, and then I fell asleep. I then woke up finding out that I was in a coma for 6 weeks. I had a trach tube stick down my neck. I wasn't able to walk. My leg muscles had atrophied to the point where I couldn't even stand. And my right arm and hand was dead. Not right-handed. So I think when this is all over, I'll be ambidextrous because I'm learning how to use everything with my left hand. But they said I had nerve damage in my right hand from the elbow down. Like my arm is asleep. I can't feel anything. I then went to the Jesse Helms Nursing Center because they have the in-house rehab center there. And with no insurance, that was one of the few options that was available to me. So I went there for a number of months, I think it was like 5 or 6 months. And was able to get to the point where I was able to get out of the bed, go through the wheelchair, and from the wheelchair to the walker. And now I'm able to go through short walks with a cane. Longer walks, I still need my walker. I remember my friends, some of my friends who were still of spiritual faith and Christian faith saying, oh, that's great, God is good, praise God. And when I hear that, I just can't help to think that at times when I was going through physical therapy, I had this one therapist that had the habit of saying, okay, well, what we're going to do today is blah, 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 and then she'll describe the exercise she wanted me to do. So after a while, I looked at her and I said, what's all this weed crap that you keep talking about? I'm the one that's going to be pushing through the pain. I'm the one that's going to be doing the exercise. you're going to be sitting there just supervising, watching me. So, and I've had people say, "Oh, well, we're praying for you," and I've gotten in trouble telling these people, "It's like, okay, that's fine, great, I appreciate that," because I know that for those people, saying that they're praying for me is pretty much the most that they're able to express. And I've never told anybody not to pray for me. But I don't give those people any extra brownie points as a result. The people that I really am grateful for and the things that I'm thankful for are, one is medical science for getting me out of that coma. I'm thankful to the doctors and the medical team for keeping me alive in that coma. I'm thankful to my nephew, who really was the only person left in my family that is talking to me. Everybody else in my family has pretty much disowned me because I came out to them as an atheist. So I'm thankful to him for not pulling a plug when the doctors came to him and said, "Do you want to keep him on life support?" I'm thankful to my physical and occupational therapists for getting me to the point where when I woke up with not even able to walk, and getting me out of that bed, through the wheelchair, through the walker, to the point where I'm able to just use a cane now for short walks. I'm thankful to my occupational therapist on, this. I'm basically wearing this for support, but I'll give you some demonstrative evidence. When I first woke up, they told me I had radial nerve damage from the elbow down. I couldn't move my hand. They'd say, "Move your hand," and I'm saying, "I am." And it's just staying like that. It's weird. I can feel my brain wanting to move my hand, but it doesn't want to respond. And I'm thankful to the occupational therapist who got me from this point back in when I woke up in the middle of March to this point. That's the farthest I'm able to move it right now. And mind you, that's against gravity. So I'm thankful for them to as sadistic as those people are, effective exercises to do to get results. So that is a testament of their hard work and their dedication to their craft. I'm thankful to the people here at Samaritan House. I woke up homeless. I had nowhere to go. And the Samaritan House here is a I'm thankful to them for allowing me to stay here, for me to heal and recover and to continue to get more independent until such a time that I'm able to find a place of my own, or even an interim place to stay beyond this point. And this is kind of weird for me to say because I was a Christian for 20 years before deconversion, and it's going to sound weird for me to say out loud, but I'm thankful to myself. I'm thankful to that I didn't give up, that I pushed through the pain and the aggravation of basically losing everything, and down the path of not only recovering, healing physically, but when that time comes, I have to recover life-wise, just getting my life back. Were there times that I was down? Yes. Were there times I was depressed? Try reading your medical records. I got a copy of my medical records once. I made a mistake of reading them. I think I was depressed and overwhelmed for about a week. There were times that I wish I would have died in that coma. Would have been a lot simpler. Maybe it's because I'm Irish. I tell people I'm too stubborn to give up or too stupid to know better. But damn it, I only have one life. There's nothing beyond here. yes, I'm going to die one day, but I'm not going to go down quietly. I'm going to I'll most likely go fighting and scratching and yelling and biting and punching and kicking. That's the way I've always lived. I've always thought that I've owned it to myself to fight to live. I've owned it to the people who love me and depend on me and care about me. I owe it to them as well to give it my best shot, to not give up. I'm doing well. I'm sorry I'm not able to come to your first meeting. Sadly, I'm still have to stay here and continue with recovery and stuff like that. But I do plan on coming out here soon, and I hope to meet all of you face to face. So until then, this is Thomas Grogan saying goodbye, and see you soon. Take care.
I did this. Good job.
He didn't say, was it a stroke? Or?
He never told me.
No, it was pneumonia.
Pneumonia?
When it the flu initially?
I think so, yeah. There's my cursor.
And you've been to a couple of them.
Yeah. He's actually been part of the organizer committee since day one. And when he was at the Jesse Helms Center, he was actually able to join us for meetings. I was able to go pick him up and bring him. But ever since they got him in the Samaritan House, they don't let him out at all.
They're really nice there. I kind of get it though. It's the
Yeah.
whole
Oh, yeah.
arrangement
I totally
where
get
it's
it.
Set up, and
I totally get it. But
it seems more like a halfway house for
I think that's what it
than for
Yeah.
this case. But if it's working, seems
is.
fun.
Somewhere to live, you know?
Yeah, we better be on the street.
definitely. Really? Okay. Let me just copy that.
Copy link.
Yeah, copy link.
Oh, it's
is
copying
a-
the link from the page.
Oh, right.
So
Okay.
go on back to the YouTube.
Yeah.
So you need a microphone stand.
Oh yes. Yeah, that's fine. Don't need any other one. That should
Do
be
you
nice.
like the holder?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I have a clip.
Okay.
That's better. So, and you've got the original video on that too.
Yeah, I can send that to you.
Yeah.
You don't need the link. You can
Yeah,
actually insert it into
definitely.
your thing.
Yeah, because we will not have internet access there, which is gonna suck. And MagSafe adapter, gotta love it.
I've got the
hold on.
hotspot. I mean, if everyone needs it.
We've all
I
got
don't-
it.
Yeah, if push came to shove, we could do it, but I don't think it's really necessary. We're not doing live streaming.
Right,
Thank goodness.
exactly.
Um,
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. All right, so we got a minute. We decided not 2 minutes, a minute of silent reflection, because a minute is going to feel like an eternity enough.
You know we're going to get British.
Yeah,
We're going to
our neighbors. Yes.
our
Sorry.
So I do it too all the time. Colors.
I do it too.
Yeah.
I love how it tells me that it's misspelled,
Labor.
even though it's.
I worked for a Canadian company for 18 years, so
Mhm.
the progress and
Oh, yeah.
the money and the daddy.
All right, so the next part is going to be the collection, and the reason why I want everybody's receipts is because I am keeping a running tally of how much money is going out, and that's just what I've put out, about $214 so far, and we've gotten one PayPal donation. Woohoo! So hopefully we can start recouping a little bit of that. Otherwise, this
Are we paying this guy to speak?
No, we are not.
Awesome.
Yeah, none of the speakers are,
Yeah, he
are
said
paid.
whenever I told him the cake was not a lie, he was in.
He said, "You had me at the cake is not a lie." Yeah, that was awesome. So yeah, we're throwing that together. So for our basically at that point. Oh, by the way, this I wanted to show you guys this. This is a OneNote that I'm throwing together, kind of our official calendar and official notes that we can all get into and update. If you haven't got it right now, OneNote is free to download from Microsoft, and it's really cool. So I'm basically building a OneNote page for every one of our meetings that's going to have, it's just our checklist, everything we need to make sure we have ready to go before the day, speaker information, and the monthly financials. And as we get readings put together, I'll throw those into the OneNote. And, the idea is just to use this as a dump for all of the information about that meeting's information, or that meeting, and then we can use that as the reference to go forward. I'll make sure the link to that gets sent out this week after I get everything hammered out the way I like it. And it'll be fully updatable by everybody. So if anybody has contribution, you can throw that in there. So the collection, meeting your neighbor's point, it's going to be the whole
basket or anything to check?
Not yet, but we'll find something.
We have that one.
Oh yeah, that would have been really cool.
With the one up there.
Wishful thinking.
Yes. Yes.
It's pretty large.
Yeah.
Where did the church get the baskets on the sticks? I always wondered.
Oh yeah.
That was always some rude.
We used to battle
Here,
with
here,
those all
here. Stick it like right under their nose, Yeah. Cough it up.
So I was thinking about playing For the Love of Money by the OJs during that part.
Oh,
but I
that's
thought
awesome.
I thought maybe it'd be easier to concentrate more on the neighbors and play the Mr. Rogers little instrumental. Ding, 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 ding. I don't know if you watch Mr. Rogers.
It's been forever.
Yeah. That's all you, man.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood type thing.
Oh yeah, sure. Then we have notices. The notices that's announcing next month the speaker, the theme. It's going to be, that's where you come in with the Smoops, talking about that.
And I'm gonna just mention what a Smoop is. That
Right.
We have 3 Smoops already.
Right.
And that if you're interested, see the Smoop leaders at Tea and Cake.
Right. Oh, Tom. Hey, Tom.
Hey,
How's it going?
hold on, I'll get my earplugs on.
Okay. Yeah.
So, just meet the Smoop leaders
Right.
afterwards. If you have any questions. I don't know, because
Right.
I'm going to say I'm Smoop coordinator, but I mean, other than that.
Oh, we should.
And do we want, I'll say, here are the 3 Smoops. If you're interested in starting a new Smoop, let me know.
Yeah.
And then we will discuss it as to whether.
Yeah, maybe who the Smoop leader is. Ask them, can you put your hand up if
Right.
they're here?
Yeah.
Right.
But if you want to start a new Smoop,
Right.
so-
You're the person.
I'm the person. But the thing is,
Yeah. Yeah. Trippy, huh? Yeah. So, okay. I'm just gonna mute my video, turn my camera off here. Well, actually, my camera is off. Crap.
You shared with yourself. Was the problem.
That's the problem. Okay, I'll have to move this back over to the other screen. Yeah, we're trying something a little different this month, Tom. I'm not recording, us, because honestly, I needed my laptop, and I've been, the only way I've been able to do it in the past has been to put the laptop up on a bookcase. So but I needed it this month. So as you can see, we were just watching your video.
Oh, okay, very good. I was wondering what my name was up there for.
Yep. Yeah.
You're in trouble.
Well, yeah, you're in trouble. It's all about you. Thank you again so much for doing that for us.
No problem. Yeah, I'm hoping the the audio and everything came out good. That was about the only semi-private place we were able to have it without being interrupted by phone calls or voices or television in the next room and that type of thing.
Air compressors, traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I listened to it in my headphones, there was kind of a slight buzz in the background. But the thing about it is, when we just played it now on the TV, I couldn't tell there was any problem at all. So I think on the day, it's nobody's even going to notice. There was only like the little minor buzz in the background, but I don't think it's even going to be registerable once we get it up on speakers. So I think we're good.
Okay, cool.
We're good. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So we've just been going through, a lot of stuff. To get you the 5-minute catch up. We are booked with speakers all the way through October or through November. So we're much thanks to Karen for that. And we may have 2 other speakers in the wings. Our next planning meeting is going to be on the 5th, right? Because we're going to be doing the postpartum, not the post-mortem meeting.
Hopefully. That's the plan.
Just kind of the rundown of what went well, what didn't, and whether or not we're going to actually have a meeting on the 12th. We have a new member with us today, Ted. Say hi, Ted.
Hi, Ted.
Okay. And I've mentioned this in passing, but I guess I can now put you on the spot. You up for hosting next month?
I could.
Okay. Because I think if you...
That will be...
October
19th?
Yes.
Sure. I'm doing a very tiny bit in the show the night before.
Okay.
Nothing taxing that month.
All right.
The following month, I will be burned out.
Okay. Yeah, because essentially the way Sunday Assembly likes to do it, they don't want anybody hosting more than half the time. Basically they don't want any one person's voice louder than anybody else's. So if you and I can rotate out, or if we find somebody else who can rotate with us, that's cool too. I was thinking about doing we're renaming the X is Doing Their Best segment to This Much I Know, because I think that Boston has something going there. That's what they've been calling it, instead of X is Doing Their Best, which I always thought was very awkward. So I'll do that segment next month, and I'll be talking about my car wreck, which was early last year. My poor car. It saw much worse of it than I did. But yeah, so we'll be talking about that. And just if anybody wants to book themselves for that, we're basically going to need a speaker from the congregation every month.
I'll do November. It's my birthday.
Oh, really?
It's my birthday.
Okay. I had actually tried to convince Karen to do it, but I'm sure she'll be glad to step down.
Yep. I hadn't said yes, yeah.
I know. She was like, really?
I was waiting. When did you do it?
Yeah.
Well, I was trying. Like I said, I was trying to convince her into doing it. So but yeah, if you're up to November. But basically, the segment is just it's kind of a story about yourself. How you've faced adversity and came through it. That sort of thing. I think we all have those stories out of our lives. So that's something kind of uplifting that we can share with everybody. Tom was just your story was just it was a story that I thought needed to be told right off the bat. I think that was it was excellent, and we thank you very much for sharing that with us.
Yeah, thanks, Tom.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was very impressed how.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was very impressed on how it all was edited together. I mean, Carlos did a really great job with putting the the fade in and out and everything. And, you know, the bookends of me walking and walking away at the end. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. If this were a real church, I would say that Carlos was a godsend. But but yeah, Carlos.
I can't say God bless you anymore. I can't say God said. I can't say heaven forbid. Like, what the hell am I supposed to say?
Gesundheit? No. All right. So you're just in time, Tom. We were just about to sing. No. Chris, I have no idea how the would go through.
Let me put my mute on.
Just going back to the smooth.
Oh yes, yes, absolutely.
Okay, just going back to the smooth. Is there any kind of smooth that we might not want to be associated with? Because if we're going to open it up to say, you know, you want to start a smooth, let me know. And
well, I mean, this is
that we as SA Charlotte, we don't want to be associated with.
I think you can probably use your own judgment on that, because as the coordinator, you're going to be the person who says yay or nay to these things.
Well, I'll put it out to the organizing group.
Absolutely.
That's what I'd recommend.
But
I'm not making any kind of
no commitment.
No.
And that's fine.
I'll say thank you.
Yeah.
Let you know.
We'll let you know.
The commissioner.
Yeah.
You know, I would say, you know, human sacrifice is definitely bad. You know,
Satan's United Smooth.
what's that?
Satanic
The
worship.
Satan worshippers. Yeah. If now, I really, I mean, this is a family-friendly group, so
Right,
you know, that's if you leave it in that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that. But other than that, outside of that, I don't really care. Yeah, I mean, we can always have. I was actually thinking about a Sunday assembly after dark. You know, like for our bar runs and maybe our maybe karaoke.
Singles.
Yeah, exactly. Sunday assembly singles. You know, I mean, we could really go crazy with it, but
It's just not a terrible idea.
really, yeah. Well, that's what. Actually, I can't remember which one was doing that.
Everybody's out of the bar.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Amelie's is open 24/7. So, yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
The one in Noda is, one in Uptown.
Yeah, the one in Noda is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking closes at 7:30. Yeah, really? In Noda? It's
Yeah.
24/7.
Yeah.
That one in Rock Hill is open late too.
I didn't even know there was
I
one.
didn't even know there was one in
There's
Rock Hill.
Hill.
Awesome.
Wow.
Okay. Well, yeah. But yeah, it's if you absolutely positively need a Napoleon at 3:00 in the morning, that's your place.
As far as the stuff, you can get like atheist comics and then do something a little bit more like leave the kids at home type thing.
Sure.
Might be even a nicer way to do something at university and get some more younger blood into the flock.
Speaking of which, I wanted to mention that I did go to the Secular Student Alliance meeting last week. Got to meet with them. It wasn't much of a meeting. There were only like a half a dozen people there. Their meetings kind of fluctuate highly depending on, you know, people graduating and things like that. So, but the few that were there were very interested. You know, one of them was actually already on the organizers group, and she's already responded that she wants to stay on. She does not want to be kicked off yet. So,
What's her name?
Can't remember. I had it pulled up a minute ago.
When was the meeting?
It was Wednesday.
Yeah. Choir practice.
Well, it was Wednesday last week. I don't know when that is normally. I think they're planning a movie night for their next one in a week or two. I think hold on. Let's see. What is her name?
I know it came also.
Oh, Stevie Nicole.
Stephen.
Yeah.
Is that the leader of the group?
No, she's just a member. The leader of the group is Gabrielle Alsop.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And she was the one who asked me to come out.
She came to a meeting.
Yeah, she'd mentioned that too. Because and I actually asked her if she'd be interested in coming out to speak to us sometime. So yeah, that'd be pretty good too.
It's good.
So we'll
Yeah, there's another guy that I was going to tell you about. Goes to the Piedmont Unitarian Universalist Church. His name is Mel, and he got an award for writing an essay on humanism. And he's talked about humanism before, so I was thinking he might be able to do a short spot for you. Sure.
certainly could. Yeah, I'm definitely interested. Just give him. You can either give him the or if you get me his information, we'll reach out to him.
Okay, good.
And we'll go that route. Either that, or you can just give him info@SundayAssemblyCharlotte.com or Sunday Assembly. Either one. It's the same thing. Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay. So yeah. As far as, let's see, I'm trying to think. Am I missing anything?
Okay, so let me ask dumb questions then.
Yes.
There's gonna be a host and a co-host. Who's your co-host? Are you gonna be co-host first one?
Well, I mean, we don't have to.
You haven't asked him. That's why I'm asking.
Well, I mean, we don't have to have a co-host.
Well, no, you said you wanted one, so that's why I was asking.
Well, it was more like someone to share the hosting responsibilities.
Okay.
You know, it's not necessarily that we're both going to be on stage.
I think you
necessarily,
should be.
Which we can be. We certainly can be. I mean, if you're up for it.
I'll do the translation for.
Actually, that's not a terrible idea.
I don't know what he's.
No, I know. My daughter's in a sign language club at school, and that actually made me think the same thing.
Yeah.
My friends are deaf, and when they go to church, they actually do the signing for deaf congregation.
What they would want to do.
If we happen to get somebody from that community that wants to come too, it should be something nice.
Yeah.
Listen as well.
So I was gonna say, if your friends wanted to volunteer and do it, then.
No, they're in Arizona. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Or they
We
would.
need someone who can hear, so they can hear what they're.
And they're
Hearing
into
sign.
Jesus so much.
Yeah.
I don't think they would for us.
Yeah.
Because that's a. Anyway. So we have notices and the address. What's the difference?
The notices are just announcements. The address is an address by me, 2 to 7 minutes of, basically pulling it all together. This is what we've had. This is what we've done. This is what we're doing. Basically, it's just a way to pull it all together, kind of summarize, and to thank everybody for coming out. Then that leads into the final song, which is going to be "It's My Life" by Bon Jovi. Because
very hard to sing.
What?
It's very hard to sing.
Really?
Well, Bon Jovi can't sing Bon Jovi anymore. It's something we all can hum along to, and we'll be fine. It's just my notes and such like that.
Oh, yeah.
We're not trying to.
Are we going with the music for something people can sing along to?
That's the plan.
Or we're going to perform it?
No, we are going for things that people can
Everyone
sing
sing
along
along together.
Oh, and I wanted to ask this, with the exception of Everybody Needs Somebody, do we actually want to use karaoke mixes for the rest of them, or do we want to do the actual song? That way we can just sing along with the song.
We can do, I suggested as well, play the music and then just put the words up on the screen. As long as the karaoke and the original recording sync up, then at least people are there for a guide, but then it's not like you're out in the middle of nowhere just singing.
Right.
where it's just your voice. At least you can hear John Belushi, or you can hear John
That's what I was
Bon Jovi.
wondering. Do you realize they have the actual
Because
artist?
when I was doing the video, I'm sitting there listening, like, it's empty here. Like, well, karaoke,
Yeah, it
people
is.
are like, yes, I'm here to sing. I want you to hear me. People aren't coming here to hear the,
Exactly.
you know, so.
To hear themselves sing.
Right.
Right.
Maybe some people will
Right,
and
yeah.
not mind it, but I thought maybe.
Well, but maybe they could volunteer to lead the singing next time.
And that's fine. And, you know, there was one guy who actually posted to the group you know, that he wanted to start a live band, which, you know, I then said, sure, I'll join. I'll add you to the group, and we can talk. And I haven't heard from him since. So hopefully he'll be at the launch, and maybe I can meet him in person, and we'll talk about it. But,
Regarding item 10, address, in the order of service that I have for the church, it says closing words.
Mhm.
And it also at the beginning says opening
That's
words.
fine.
Instead of address.
It
More descriptive.
doesn't really matter. We're not really, you know, it's just what we call it.
Assuming the 2 to 7 is you based on how far over we are.
Right.
So
yeah.
are we looking from 10 to 11? Is it 10:30 to 11:30?
We have it scheduled 10 to 11:30.
Okay.
But ideally 10 to 11. Okay. You know, I'm giving myself buffer there because inevitably we will run over. But you know, if we can wrap it up anywhere in the 10 to 11:30 spread, that gives people a half hour to an hour to, you know, talk and mingle and eat cake and.
My idea, as far as like a stage manager idea, or whoever's like maybe running the laptop, is to do what they do like in the Emmys or the Oscars. Just keep an eye on the time and say when it's time to go over. Like maybe giving Richard the
Well,
you've
actually,
got 5
that's
minutes left type thing.
That's another thing. I don't know if you noticed that when I pulled that up. It puts the clock.
It does.
Right at the top of
Idea.
the remote. So yeah, they thought of everything on that. Which is why when I saw that I was like, yes, I don't have to buy a presentation remote. And and also, yes, this is actually much better than a presentation remote. So yeah, so that'll work.
Tea and cake. Are we still buying a cake?
I'm planning on it.
Okay.
I'm actually going out to Costco this afternoon. I'll go ahead and put our order in.
Okay.
What do we want on it? Just Live Better, Help Off, and Wonder More? Or Sunday Assembly launch? Yeah, September 28th.
Yeah, let's
Sunday
do that.
Assembly, Charlotte, New Beginnings.
Oh, that's good.
We'll throw the date on it because that'd be nice for pictures. And we
Right.
can post it on
Yeah.
Facebook and shop it around. Because
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be all these other churches doing something similar. So let's represent
Yeah.
Charlotte by the date and the Sunday Assembly logo.
Yep. Yeah.
Am I going to get a full sheet or a half sheet?
Just gonna get Costco has one size.
Okay,
And
Sam's
it's-
Club has a full sheet.
Yeah, they're
Are you a Sam's Club
Costco is
I am.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because you guys can get the
I
cake.
think
Co-
one minute
their
away.
Costco's is like that big.
Yeah, no, Costco's is the perfect size, I think.
Yeah.
It's enough for
It's I think I want to say it was.
About 18-inch square.
It's
We
a
already-
rectangle.
We already have a vegan cake coming. We have pumpkin bread, some cookies, and some brownies.
Okay.
So.
So that plus the big cake
plus
is
the
going to be
cake
good.
should be good. I mean, we're not eating.
Yeah, right,
I mean,
exactly.
It's just.
Here, go put Amelie's out of business.
I don't think so.
Something for
I
the
personally
bites
do
to
not think Amelie's has anything to fear from us.
eat. We have enough as far as like you're talking tea. You said he has the hot pot for coffee.
Well, we're actually going to skip that for this time since he's not going to be there to run it.
Oh.
And
I
include
could get to go to now.
Yeah.
Sometime during the week.
Yeah.
if you want.
I can, sure.
Okay.
That is your deal. So
Yeah, it's, you know,
So how about
cake.
a big thing of hot water and then tea bags and instant coffee? I know some of you coffee purists want me out of your house right now.
Instant coffee.
I'm just saying with hot water it'd be better because now then how are you gonna have tea and coffee?
Well, isn't it just cold
yeah,
tea?
just
It's
iced tea.
It's iced tea.
iced tea.
Oh my! I'm some.
You're in the
Yeah,
south.
we're in the South, not in
I forgot
Britain.
everyone's from-
Yeah.
Come on.
My-
You know,
It's iced
you know, it's hot tea and cake in London.
Hot
it's
tea in
it's
Connecticut too. I was just
it's
wondering what's wrong. Okay.
it's iced tea and Krispy Kreme down here.
Yes. Also, do you remember ever seen a like a trash can in there?
There's a little waste paper basket where I threw out the mint. I took.
Yeah, bring your own
That was
trash
it.
can.
Oh,
Yeah, we
the
probably
trash
are gonna
can.
have to hook.
I have-
You know what? We can
Brooms
always
and all
do.
kinds of
We can
stuff
always
like
do
that.
the. We can always we can actually always do the ghetto party trash can where we just duct tape a bag to the end of the table.
I was gonna bring a bag anyway, but
Yeah.
it's just so,
Yeah.
But I have a trash
Tall kitchen type.
Yeah, that'll work.
Well,
You probably
whatever,
Bigger than that, or-
whatever I have.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
What's that?
Is it bigger than that? Is it one of those?
I
like,
just have
release?
like a desk one about this big. There's the plastic one. I have like 2 of those.
Well, are you
Yeah.
gonna be throwing cups and plates and forks?
Right,
and stuff?
exactly.
That's gonna fill up like
I've
that.
got a tall
Right.
kitchen one actually we keep out on the backyard. I mean, I can probably. Bring
Well,
it
let me ping Nicole because she probably
Oh,
has
yeah,
one there.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And you know
So
if she does.
make yourself notes on what you need to do
Oh,
because
yes.
you're tired.
Thank you.
I have a dumb question while he's writing.
Okay.
Where is the actual location? I've got the.
Do you know where
I've got
Omnibus
the
is?
Google address. Yeah.
That's
it's at
it.
the opposite end of the building.
Oh, is where Cass used to be, or?
It's
I think
directly
so,
to the
yeah.
right of Cass, where
Right of
Cass
Cass?
used to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She actually, Nicole got a bunch of speakers from that, but potentially that's where she. So we actually, I might not have to bring a sign.
I did a bunch of shows at Cass. So.
Is the theater still there?
Yes.
No.
Well, no,
The
but
building is there.
the building is
they're
there.
gone
But
now.
Oh,
Yeah.
it'd be nice if we could get access to
The
that.
board.
That's
the board.
originally when I saw it, I'm like, oh my god, this is where we're gonna do it, and then it was, no, we're next
Yeah.
door.
The board decided they were going to close without telling the director.
I thought didn't they move it? I thought they moved it to
No.
Moorhead or something. Isn't there another theater on
Well, who
Moorhead?
owns the space?
Well, Michael Simmons is the guy that started it. He's been running theaters around the area for a while. And he picked that one up a couple of years ago and built it up, and he and his son
Yeah.
did a lot of the work on it, putting it together. And then the board decided they didn't want to do fundraising anymore. They said, no, we could do one more season, but we don't want to. We're closing it down. So, boom.
Well, but I'm just curious because if the space is sitting vacant,
It's
maybe
got
we
2
could
theaters.
rent it.
Small room in between.
You know, that would,
Yeah, it would not
Yeah.
seat. It's an intimate theater.
Okay.
The largest of the 2 theaters seats 120 tops.
that's still better than what we've got.
Yeah. Well, unless
Yes.
they rip them out, they had stadium like movie theater seats.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know what they.
It
how
didn't
much
look
they-
decimated, but the
Yeah.
Cass logo is still on the windows or
Yeah.
over the
Right.
door or something. So maybe they just took whatever was movable and they have it waiting for whoever's going to move into.
Yeah, yeah. Well, his son's still in town doing shows, but
Interesting.
he left.
I think that's a good possibility.
Yeah.
At least
So would
look
you be
into
able to
it,
get
we're
in
right
touch with him or his son maybe?
Not doing that well. I looked at them once.
Or if you could track down contact information, we'll reach out to
I
him.
don't know. Well, I mean, he's gone. The
Oh.
man that started it that I worked with
Oh,
is in Arizona retraining to be a pilot because that's what he was before he was a director.
wow. Okay.
Well, but he might know who owns the space and see if we could rent it. That would be my
I
question.
don't know where he is in Arizona.
Oh,
There you go.
I just heard
Yeah.
that
Maybe
word.
that's the answer.
Yeah.
Put the address
He
into
was
like
gone.
Zillow? Was
Did
that
they
Zillow?
actually buy the space or they?
Because
rent
real
the
estate will
space
pop
from-
up like who owns it or
They
a number
closed
to
it down.
follow by.
There must be a property.
Oh yeah, ask Nicole.
manager.
Ask Nicole.
Yeah.
Nicole knows.
Yep. Okay, that's another one for Nicole. Let me,
Yeah. I mean, whoever
Actually, I have that information.
he's not involved in it.
Oh, you do?
Whoever's
I'm
holding
gonna
it,
have it with me.
landlord of the place, I'm guessing.
Is it CASS?
CAST.
Yeah.
So Ted, you're an actor?
Yeah. How sad.
Why'd you say it like that?
It's such a disrespectable form of.
It's one of the
Jones,
happiest
Lang,
occupations
LaSalle?
in the world.
It is.
Yeah, I went to the store next to where you're renting from and asked them if that's the card again.
Oh, cool.
I've got an indie thing coming up. I'll grab your info from you.
Okay, sure. I'll give you.
Yeah. Awesome.
Worked transportation.
Locations. Oh, stage.
Yeah. No, that was the movie. It was Swamp.
The original?
The original was Adrian Barbeau and Lisa and check you out. They filmed it in Charleston when I was without a job in Charleston. I just moved back to
Did you have the
town.
property?
What?
Did you get the
Yeah,
property?
that's what I was just doing. Okay. Thanks, sir.
Well,
That's
stage
awesome.
is much better.
I came up with stage, but most of my professional experience is all with NBC,
The money, yeah.
Universal. Yeah. It's the money. Yeah, right.
Money
Money for what you're doing.
more than what you expect.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Okay. So do we have anything else? Any other questions? Anything that we need to talk about?
I will, just so I know, It's My Life Bon Jovi, I will add the vocals too, maybe just at a lower level so you can still hear it, and then the lyrics will line up.
Well, actually, if you could just get me the audio, I'll handle the lyrics. Because I'm going to throw it into a presentation and time it, you know, and then record.
So then you have the
record
Blues
it.
Brothers there.
Yeah.
So you need good time.
Actually, I probably have everything, because I just picked everything up on iTunes just so I could, you know, sing along in the car.
I
So
tried to sing karaoke before, and I always have problems singing. It works much better if the words are actually there too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
see, that's for me. It's the timing thing, and that's the reason why I'm panicking about
When
it.
I'm using my equipment, I have an option to use the song with or without backing vocals. So at least even the backing vocals are there to make it feel a little.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's really weird whenever they cut those out, I think.
Yeah.
Those people that like to sing know how to sing. They would embrace it because that's all they want to hear. Sometimes you hear somebody singing in the background, it's distracting, but those are just the jerks I work with.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to make a suggestion.
Okay.
I think Tina needs access to the Sunday Assembly Charlotte webpage so
Okay.
that she can put on the Smoops events.
For the calendar.
Hmm.
Yeah, and we actually also have a Google Calendar that Jessica has access to as well. But yeah, have you registered on SundayAssembly.com's website? Okay, do that, and then we can add you.
Okay.
Um,
On the
'Cause-
organizers, or on just the
no,
real-
on the
real
actual
page.
just.
real page?
Yeah, if
Okay.
you go to
Not
our website,
Yeah.
you know, the www.sundayassemblycharlotte.com, in the top right,
Mhm.
I think they have a thing where you can sign in, and you can go and register there, and then that will once you're in there, we can add you to the to actually also add you to the to our web page as an organizer. You know, if you've got a picture you want to upload, that's cool. Let Jessica know.
Okay.
Because you know, we can add that as well,
So
along
register-
with anybody else who wants to be listed as an organizer on the actual webpage. You have to be registered on SundayAssembly.com before we can add you to the staff page, which is really annoying, but that's the way they do it. Unfortunately, we're not in full control of that. That's Sunday Assembly London.
Did you need some? Can I get your dad?
So register to the Google page.
No, this is
The
just
FB.
the SundayAssemblyCharlotte.com.
Okay.
The actual, or it's charlotte-nc.sundayassembly.com. This is the actual Sunday Assembly website.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got you see, without Jessica, I don't think I could keep all this stuff straight.
Yeah, it's almost like we need one central location that feeds everything.
Yeah,
But
well,
it
we
doesn't
do.
work that way.
We have one, but we'd have to pay for it.
Oh, really?
Hootsuite will post to everything.
The other thing, too, you probably want her to have access to is on Facebook, the regular Sunday Assembly Charlotte, just generic page.
Yes,
So she
that
can
way you
actually
can
put
add
events.
events.
Because just general users can't do events.
Well, I
I'm
think-
checking right now. You can't.
Are you liking you liked the Facebook page, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I can add you as an admin then. Actually, let me see if I can do that now.
We're going to take this break in the program to step out.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Paul.
All right.
And I guess you and I are going to be talking over soon, so.
Yes.
What's your work schedule?
changes week to week.
I mean, are you evenings, mornings?
Well, I'm free evenings. It's mostly when I am working. It's from 9:30 to 3:30.
Okay.
Monday, Friday, but I do have usually a day off between, so we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
Monday night, I'm definitely free.
I'm free.
Yeah, let's get together tomorrow night.
Yes, you guys can pan out the technical stuff.
Okay, that gives us time to
all
work.
the stuff that you're saying. It's to me, I'm like, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, that is a lot.
It really isn't.
And you're
it really isn't.
Hun,
What?
you can't do it. You're too overwhelmed already.
I could probably knock it out in a
Can you
meeting.
possibly work on your OCD a little bit so that the different backgrounds?
No!
Let's look at what he has, because it may
Yeah.
actually be fine. You may
Okay.
go, oh, that doesn't look as bad as I thought it would.
Thank you.
I don't know about SOCs.
Oh, I know, but I mean,
Well, like, for instance, okay,
I don't
when you
have
do karaoke,
copies
there's so many different
Uh-huh.
companies
any
that
of
make
those,
karaoke.
but,
So
I've noticed
if I get a
that.
yeah, so it's
job,
kind of hard to keep
then
it more
it'll
consistent.
be a donation.
Carafon,
Right now,
Right.
which I find is
Well,
the best sounding music,
the pro-
and the most
the problem is
appropriate
we don't-
lyrics.
I know.
This,
We don't have the
I know
501c3.
I
It's not tax deductible
Which
anyway
doesn't
yet.
bother me.
Right, but once we get the.
But maybe somebody
funds,
else could do it, is my point.
Yeah,
Hey, Tom,
I can do it.
Actually, guys, hold on just a second. I'm going to go ahead and stop broadcasting here. Tom, if you want to hang out, you're more than welcome. But I'm going to go ahead and shut down the broadcast at this point. So, any questions that you have before we sign off?
Not from my standpoint, no.
Okay. Well, to anyone who's on YouTube watching this, thanks for watching, and next time.